Ducks fly together. So does Liverpool. How are you doing, folks? We're back. We're live. I did a 7-hour stream earlier, so I don't think today's going to be the longest of streams. I'll pre-warn you guys about that now, but we are going to go live. I'm just going to tweet out the stream. I'm then going to get my actual Football Manager open, because it's useful to have that open when you're playing FM. Pro tip. Late night stream. Let's tweet that stuff out. Of course, if you're not following me on Twitter, at work the space. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your life if you're not following me? Like, sort it out. I mean, do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all good today. We're gonna just, you know, continue on with the Liverpool save, which if you missed a long stream earlier that I kind of already alluded to, we played for a while. It was good fun though. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. It was nice. We did all the off-season. I tweeted out kind of a mini update as to how we were getting on in terms of our pre-season. I'm back. Hello, you can see my face now. We're not going to watch the Duck song 18+, because I already know what that song contains and I don't want to get my Twitch account banned. If you don't have Twitter, make a Twitter account just to follow me to inflate my numbers and ego. Anyway, you joined us for an international break. I wasn't really planning on going live, and, well, I was, but not like at the point that Ben said, Jack's going to be streaming. So I was like, quick, set it all up. Set it all up. So I've pulled it all together last minute. It's a bit shambolic, but we're here. And we'll see. Controversy. What are you... Okay, so a little bit of information. Prono, our Paraguayan youngster we signed a while ago now. We loaned him out, of course, to Wolfsburg. I thought, we're going to play him. And then he wanted to move to another team with a stronger squad. I didn't let him. And now Dimitri Lisa has gone to the press and backed him. Oh, warn. I mean, how do I warn him about his actions? I mean, I don't know what I do. The revolt's beginning. How's the Korean? That is the priorities I want to see. The Korean is good. I have started this season off stream, so I will apologise for that for those people who really care. But we did win our first 3 games. We beat Tottenham 1-0, and it was actually Boga Savak who we signed, who got the goal. Of course, this was a guy we looked at, terms broke down. I managed to make it happen during the England-Scotland game, just looking at some of the signings we've made. Because we have made a few this season. Some big players as well. We brought in Andres Suarez from Atletico. Really exciting youngster, this guy. Colombian youngster playing for Atleti, obviously prior to joining us. 20 years old, loads of potential. The next player we got in, Jack Livingston. Looks like a good little player. Belgium centre mid, 18 years old, 6 caps already. Going to be a very good player going forward. Just a few more players. We'll go through them quickly. We've got Boga Savak, who I already talked about. He needs a nickname. I'm hoping the nickname's going to come to us at some point today. And then just a few more players to quickly go through. Benitez, I did decide to sign this Paraguayan. You may remember we were looking at a Turkish youngster playing for, is it Leverkusen? I decided not to sign him, and there was one reason that I decided not to sign him. And it was due to a comparison that I made with him and Prono, actually. And it kind of made me realise I don't want to spend £60 million on this player. So this was the guy in question. He looks great, don't get me wrong. But it was a £69 million bid we were going to have to make. And I feel like when you compare him to Prono, I'm going to be honest, there's not that... I mean, it doesn't feel worth it, simply put. It just doesn't feel worth it. The physicals that he's got are great, but so are Prono's, and he's the same age. So, we're going to stick with Jose Prono, and I decided not to splooge all my transfer budget on one player. Anyway, auto saves, saves. Don't you ever forget that, kids. Important priorities right here. So yeah, hopefully gents are all okay. I'm probably not going to be streaming super late tonight, but I did stream for 7 hours earlier. So if you want a little bit more of a dose of me, which, I mean, who doesn't? I do implore you to go and check out that stream. It was a long one. Anyway, deadline day passed. We didn't end up signing anyone last minute. And if you look at our finances, 89 million in the bank, 50 million in transfer budget just kind of sat there. We'll do something with it one day, I'm sure. I will also say thank you to everyone who's been subbing to the Twitch channel recently, and all the new followers as well. Obviously, I've been back streaming for a few weeks now. Do greatly appreciate it. I've been trying to stream, 3 or 4 times a week, I think, so far. We've probably streamed on an average every day of the week. But thanks to all you subs, we're actually only 4 subscribers away from another new emote. So obviously we recently added the hat, this beautiful big boy. I mean, I hope it won't be worn at some point today, but there's a chance it will. If you're new here, this is the hat I wear when we bottle it and screw up. But yeah, we're not far away from another Twitch emote, so if you're interested in more Twitch emotes, and who isn't, consider subscribing. Anyway, this is the South Korean that people were asking to look at. He's doing quite well. He didn't get a work permit, but we can appeal for a new one soon, and I'm pretty sure he's going to get it because he has played some more internationals. Even if he doesn't, Saint Etienne are doing a really good job of playing him regularly, actually developing him. So hopefully they keep playing him. His initial performances haven't been great, but yeah, it's still early days for him, and he has improved during his time there already. So yeah, we got Ipswich to start things off. They got promoted via the playoffs last season. I think we should batter them. Where's the grapefruit juice? I've actually run out of grapefruit juice, and I don't intend to do another weekly shop until next Friday. So I've got a bottle of water in the grapefruit juice bottle. It's just not the same. Although it's a bit empty. I might have to go fill it up later on if my voice starts failing me. So last season we ended up finishing 3rd. Can I get a boo in the chat? Boos. We finished 3rd. It was the media expectation. It's the media expectation again this year actually to come 3rd. Yeah, it was a little bit disappointing. I'm going to be completely honest. I wanted to do better than 3rd, but we were 3rd from the 19th game of the season. We were always destined to finish 3rd. I mean, we almost screwed it up actually and ended up finishing lower than 3rd, which would have been embarrassing. But no, in the end we did okay. Anyway, Mikali gained a lot from the experience with Eric Dyer. That's good. Did he pick up some PPMs? He didn't. It helped his determination, though, I assume. Yeah, it did. Well, that's good. I swear, Neil Mikali, I feel like he's got a tan recently. He's definitely got a tan, or if all my players got tans. It seems like all their facial tones have gone really dark suddenly. Okay, never mind. I take it all back. There's just a lot of them. Have we gone like on Ibiza for Ibiza? Have we gone on a trip for the international break? I don't know. Answers on a postcard. Yeah, we won our first 3 games of the season. Now, we beat Everton, which is good because they've been a bogey team for us. We beat Tottenham on the first day of the season, which was also nice. But we do need progression. I will say now, if you missed the stream earlier, it did kind of just descend into loads of political and random quote references about how I was going to leave the club and how my leadership was strong and stable at Liverpool. It became memes. But if you've got any score predictions, I say this, it's going to be a while till we get to the Ipswich game because all our players are on international duty. 45 players on international duty. That's a lot of players. And we're playing on a Friday as well. Shocking. Let's scout the Champions League just in case anything good comes up. Lisa is improving, which is good. I'm training his positioning. He doesn't think his training positioning is important. It definitely is. It definitely is. I want to play this guy as a complete wingback. He's going to be a sick complete wingback as well. But he does need to knuckle down. What's the naughty thing I've ever done? I ran through a wheat field once when I was a little girl. Burrito feels like there's a lack of depth in attack. Lack of depth in attack. Mate, you're not even first choice. You literally are the depth. You literally are the depth of the team. It's also worth noting, I've got quite a big bloated squad here, but you kind of look at the ages. We've got in a lot of new younger players. A few players who were out on loan last year or were in the under-23s. I've got them training with the senior team, but a lot of them, as you can see here, I've made available for the reserve team. So they will be playing regular football in the reserves, and we'll kind of call them up, as and when we see fit. we've not won the league. We finished 5th in the first season, 2nd in the second season, 2nd in the third season. Last season, we finished 3rd. It's a little bit of a regression. But I'm hoping that over the next few years, we're really going to be able to build this young team that we've got into world beaters. And I've got to be honest, this summer, I could have made the decision to sign a few really, really good kind of first-team players. I didn't. I instead decided to just invest in youth, invest in this young side that we've got. We've got so many players filled with potential. And I feel like it's only a matter of time before these players really develop. Give it 1 or 2 years, we'll be winning the league comfortably. I hope, certainly, with some of these players developing. That's the plan anyway. Ipswich was the team with the £30 million player who I was looking at signing, and I said I'd never pay that for him. The player in question, I think he's actually considered their key player. He is Philip Rolfe. I mean, I don't know why they're not playing him at centre-back. I mean, I guess that's their loss. I feel like I would have trained him to play centre-back at this point. But, yeah, they're hell-bent on playing him at left-back, and they want £37 million for him, which isn't going to happen. Eddie Perez is out on loan. He's living it up. If we just have a look, I sent out a few players on loan. Eddie Perez, he's living it up in the Bundesliga, where he's actually not doing that well. But he is improving. He's playing for Gladbach, which is nice. In fact, I say that, he's got 8 assists and 1 goal in his last 5 games. He's tearing up the world. But yeah, we've got him out on loan. Moise Keane's out on loan again at Fiorentina for a 2nd year in a row. I'm hoping he's going to have as good a season as he did last year. And actually, another player worth mentioning, Ben Woodburn. He got a hat-trick on his debut for Ajax, and he is broken into the England national team, which is great news for us because he's 20 years old, out on loan. And yeah, he's made 3 appearances now for the England national team. So that's really impressive stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with all our regens having tans. Look, has Butler got a tan? No, he hasn't. He didn't get invited to go to Ibiza. Bless him. But anyway, score predictions, get them in the chat. We've got a few players really, in fact, lots of our players are really tired. I do feel like, fortunately, we are in a situation here where I can just really heavily rotate the team. I've known a few of those players who I kind of put in the reserve setup. They are kind of a little bit tired. I think we might start Bosch today. We might give him his live kind of stream debut, this guy. 18 years old, we signed him for £31 million. The board hated that transfer. They actually gave it the minimum value on kind of how happy they were with this deal. But I think this guy at 18 years old can be incredible. I'm not going to put faith in him. He's going to start today's game. Pulisic is also really struggling, so we'll start Coutinho there. But yeah, kind of looking across the team, just it seems like the international break has really kind of eaten a lot out of our players. You can see Kante is struggling. We'll take him off for Livingston, I think. Give Livingston, I think this will be his debut. In fact, it will be his debut for the 18-year-old. Really, really impressive player. Hopefully, he can give a good performance. João Mario as well. We'll take off Thiago Maia. Bit of a rotated team for today's game. Kind of trying to freshen things up, I guess. We've got a few players really struggling for fitness after the internationals. But anyway, let's see how we get on today. It's going to be a debut for Bosch. A few other players kind of breaking into the team. Benitez still not in the starting 11. I probably should have given him a chance today, the Paraguayan, but he has been playing in the under-23s. Anyway, I expect you to win this game. We're taking on I was about to say Leeds. It's Ipswich. They're not very good. I'm going to be completely honest. They're rock bottom of the league early on. This should be a walkover. The hat's ready for when we inevitably don't win this game. If we don't win this game, the hat is going on. This should be easy. This should be easy. We've had a great start to the season. I mean, this is the kind of game you screw up on, isn't it? Let's be honest. But I believe. Hey, Sebastian, how you doing, dude? Mick McCarthy is still manager of Ipswich as well, which is kind of impressive. I'll give it to him. He's been there, what, 4 or 5 years now in game? Plus any time he had before that. Anyway, we're on the attack here. Alexander-Arnold, Thiago Maia, Livingston, Coutinho. Ousted from the first team, of course, Coutinho. Asensio probably should have scored. Bosch, nice through ball. Can we make something magical happen? Asensio, Mbappe. He's going down the right. He beats his man. He beats another man. Inside to Asensio. He slots it away. A lovely goal there. Marco Asensio with the goal. His first of the season. We have been streaming for the last 15 minutes. You've missed a lot. You haven't missed a lot at all. This is the first game of the stream. Mbappe, lovely ball in. Asensio, one touch. Tucks it away on his weaker foot. He's loving it. I'm loving it. Can we defend? Probably not. Probably not. Oh gosh, we can't defend. Myers giving away a penalty. Right. Where's my fidget spinner? I'm going to need my fidget spinner for when we get a penalty, and I don't know where it is. Where is my fidget? It's got to be on my desk somewhere, surely. Surely. Where? It's gone. Oh yeah, I threw it earlier, didn't I? I found it, boys. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I've got my thing. Sears scores the goal. I mean, that's not good, is it? I love the fact there's an Ipswich Town fan in the chat. He's turned up. He's loving it. He's on the emotional roller coaster. He's enjoying seeing his team in the big time. It's not been a great first half, boys. I'm going to be completely honest. We've had a great start to the season. This is not what I expected. Do we just go to the striker version with Bosch at striker? I think we do. I think we mix things up here. See how it works for us. I mean, the nice thing with Bosch is that we do have the option just to play him at a striker if we need to. We can't bottle it this early. I'm going to shout at the players at half-time. We're going to get a reinvigorated second-half performance. I can see it now. Boys, I'm not happy. Asensio, you can be demotivated, mate. I mean, he doesn't even listen to that, does he? He doesn't even listen to that. Right, do I want to play Dyer for Bastoni in the second half? I think I do. Bastoni's fitness is bad. Need to step it up. Speaking of roller coasters, do you enjoy theme parks? I do indeed. I've been to a fair few in my time. I'm a bit of a roller coaster nerd. Anyway, Bosch, Bish Bash, and Mbappe. It doesn't work. Bish Bash Bosch works better. Bish Bash and Mbappe. I mean, maybe it does work. Here's the woodwork. Coutinho gets the rebound. We'll take it. Hit the crossbar. Coutinho, of course, missed a massive chunk of last season for a long-term injury. Broke his ankle. I've ousted him from the first team, in all honesty. But he's got 2 goals for us here, and that's a lovely little rebound that he slotted away. I was worried he was going to kick it straight at the keeper. My favourite theme park is probably Busch Gardens in Tampa. I really like some of the B&M coasters they've got there. Cumber is like one of my favourite rides ever. I can't explain why. It's just a classic. The layout is amazing. Right, half an hour left. We need to step up. We're not going to step up, are we? We're going to be awful. I mean, as you can see, I'm a beacon of optimism today. João Mario, get on the pitch. Do I want to bring on Dele Alli as well? I don't think I do. I think we'll take off... No, let's not make our last change yet. See, I've been to Thorpe Park, and I'm not going to deny it's like a bad theme park, but the theming on it is really, really weak compared to so many other theme parks, like Phantasialand. Like... Thorpe Park has some really good rides, but its overall theming just lets it down a lot, and it really lacks some cohesion. I am still playing a little bit of Planet Coaster now and then. I've not really streamed it in a while. I've not played it in a while, to be honest. I started building a park and then it all got really, really laggy, unfortunately, but I'm planning on upgrading my PC in a few weeks, hopefully. So yeah, thank you to everyone who has donated and subscribed, because that's kind of helping me out massively with upgrading my PC to obviously help me with streaming, because my PC is a little bit old at this point, but also just, you know, for general stuff like rendering will be quicker on videos. I didn't really talk about it. Bosch has scored here. Bish Bash Bosch. He's loving it. He's Sabas Bosch. He is loving it. 18 years old, that boy. 19 finishing. He's going to be a god. And he scores on his, well, his first home appearance. Well, not at home, sorry. His first home start. Well, not home start. First start. What am I chatting? Said help. I mean, it's an okay result. I would have expected a slightly bigger win, but we'll take it. And the fact that Bosch got man of the got a goal is nice. I mean, it's a good start to the season. We now need to keep it going. I didn't mention it before, but I will quickly show you guys our Champions League group, which is, as you can see here, Monaco, Porto and Midtjylland. Now, to be honest, Midtjylland I'm not too worried about, but Porto and AS Monaco are not going to be easy. That said, of course, last campaign we had Juve and Dortmund in our group, and I thought that was going to be hot. And we are second seeds in this group, so I'm hoping we're going to be fine. Anyway, folks, what did we think of the England performance today? I'm assuming most of you guys watching it English. If you're not, I apologise, but I'm curious to know, how did you think England got on? I thought we were awful against Scotland, if I'm honest. I thought Scotland played well. I feel like, I guess England got very lucky. I saw a lot of complaints coming in for both goalkeepers. I think Craig Gordon could maybe have done better on the first one, and I guess he could have collected the second one, although it's really easy to say in hindsight. But I thought for Joe Hart, I thought some of the criticism was a bit harsh. I know people will expect him to save a free kick. I think on the first one, the ball doesn't even jump. And on the second one, I mean, again, the way it moves around, I don't... If you've ever played in goal, I think you understand how hard that is to save that second one. It looks easy because it doesn't look like, oh, it's gone in the top corner. But genuinely, if you're in goal and a free kick's taken against you, you can't see the ball until it's over the wall, particularly if the wall's as tall as England's was, with all players over 6 foot. It actually almost makes it harder in a way. So as much as I want to empathise with like the goalkeepers for not being able to see because of the sun, wear a cap. Wear a cap. You know, it's fairly normal. I do find it funny that Lee Griffiths has 10 free kick taken in Football Manager. Porno's development's been good. I mean, this guy looks great. I can't believe he wants to leave the club. That actually annoys me, the fact he's been requesting a transfer. I kind of need to give him first team football so he doesn't want to leave. Oh, Bosch, Bosch, Bosch. I mean, it sounds like I'm really excited when I say Bosch repeatedly. I'm not. How's our under-23s doing? Top of the league. Top of the league. Unbeaten. Look, they're loving it. Orgenthaler. He's got the highest average rating after 3 games with a 9.0. He's loving it. He's got 6 goals as well. What a god. What a god. Okay, Zeka's set to stay, that's good. Moise Keane, I mean, he's won the Under-18 Player of the Year award again. He's 20, just as a reminder. I still don't understand it. I understand winning an award, but the Under-19 Player of the Week and giving it to a 20-year-old. Please explain. I don't understand, chat. Someone must know. Oh, they've got Herving Lozano. He's always really good, the Mexican. Right, first game of the Champions League campaign. I want the dream start. I want the win. Don't... I swear he's always getting injured. Always. Can you stop getting injured? I mean, we have Jack Butland as a backup, so it could be worse. But it's not ideal. Yeah, the fact that Donnarumma has only just turned 20 is ridiculous. He's so good. So good. Moise Keane was 20 previously. At the start, when I loaned him out, he was 20. He's not just turned 20. He was 20 last season when he was winning the Under-19 awards. Right, FC Porto away. Alan Butler, look at him. He's learnt to jump, boys. I'm so happy for him. I'm so happy for him. Now he just needs to learn to defend. So Bosch is injured. Players are really tired as well. That's a bit annoying. I guess a few of them are playing in the reserves. Who does my staff want to play? Let's have a look at what I consider my best 11. This isn't updated. Is that what I consider my updated best 11? So I actually wonder if Bogo Savak is better than Kane. Not Kane. Kante. I've got Kane in my head because I wrote about him a second ago. Like, he's probably better than Kante. I've got to be completely honest here. Maybe mentally and physically he's not quite the same in terms of strength. They are the same in terms of strength, but in terms of kind of work ethic. But technically he's a god. And he's 19. But he needs a nickname. I think we'll have him on the bench. I still trust Kante. More experienced head. I mean, it's probably worth having a goalkeeper on the bench for this game. I might give Prono the start ahead of Mbappe, you know. Mbappe's like really been kind of stifled his development by the injury he got. I mean, there's not that big of a difference between the players. It's kind of Mbappe's the more technically gifted and better creatively. But if you want kind of physical speed and a little bit more aerial presence, Prono's the man. I think we will play Prono today. We'll give him a nod. I almost want to play Brito out on the left as well. It's kind of interesting that we have these options because the players are like, obviously they're pretty different in quite a lot of ways. You can see with Pulisic, he's a lot more creative in terms of got slightly better flair, better vision. But Brito, he's got a few of the technicals going his way in terms of his finishing. I might play Brito ahead of Pulisic. I might do it. Just play lowering goal. He's good at jumping. Genius. Genius. Do I want Butland on the bench in case of emergencies? That's kind of what this comes down to. Who's the player to drop though? It's probably Coutinho. Or Mbappe. Thinking. I'm going to drop Mbappe for this game. We'll put Butland on the bench. I'm doing that because Donnarumma has a gashed arm. He should be okay. His condition's only 77%. He aggravates that injury. I need to have a backup. If you did miss it earlier on today, we did have our goalkeeper get injured with no player on the bench who could play in goal. We only lost the game 3-1. My general thoughts on the England game were that I thought Scotland worked really hard and probably deserved a point, if not more. I thought for England it was a little bit disappointing to see the lack of penetration, and really there was enough chances for them probably to pull ahead in the game. Oh my gosh, Dele Alli, what a run. Almost finished it. Keep an eye on Prono, of course, the young right mid. And Brito, I guess. Both wingers for us here are going to be kind of interesting to see how they get on. And, well, Bastoni should have scored. How have we missed that? The keeper's on the floor and we just kick it at him. Hey, Odds BK. Yo! Thank you very much. I'm going to butcher your name. Alaluski? I hope I got that right. Thank you very much for subscribing, dude. Can we get some sub hype in the chat? Raise your Vidukas. Show him some love. Thank you very much. I know you were here earlier. I know you're in Canada, right? You're in Vancouver, see? If I'm wrong now, this is really awkward. But thank you very much, dude, for subscribing. We are just 3 subscribers away from another new emote. I don't know what the new emote's going to be. I've got some plans. Maybe a trampoline for Butler. Maybe just a general hype emote. If you have any ideas, hit me with them. Hit me with all of them. But yeah, thank you to everyone who's been subscribing recently. I do really appreciate it. And thank you to Alaluski for joining the crew. Welcome to the Spaceman. It's the cheapest way you can officially become an astronaut on the internet. Because you become a spaceman, you see. We don't have the budget for a certificate yet to send you when you subscribe, but it's on the list of things to do. You just need a Canadian flag emote. I mean, we've been on top in this game, but they've had their own chances. I noticed they've got Benzema up front, which is a little bit of a scary prospect. But, well, Brito! Oh, the Portuguese youngster could have scored against the Portuguese club. He's bottled it. He has bottled it. I don't know what to tell him. I mean, I'm going to tell the players I'm not happy. We need to win this. They're third seeds in this group. We need to win. We need to win. I mean, that's the team talk I've got, I'm afraid. We need to win, boys. Jose Prono picks up an injury. Well, that's not good, is it? That's not good. I mean, hopefully it's nothing serious. What's the possibility? Thigh injury. Oh, I mean, he might be okay. Bastoni's got a facial... Well, that's lovely news. I don't care about... Yeah, I don't want this item. Get rid of it. Thank you. Right. Do I want to play Pulisic or Coutinho? I think I want to play Coutinho here. Actually, I don't want to play Coutinho. What we'll do is we'll do this. Play Coutinho down the middle. Dele Alli drops to centre mid on attack. And Asensio plays cutting in on his left foot. That's what we'll do. I did see the winning goal in the Sweden-France game. Lloris, not ideal. Can we get a space helmet emote? It could be an option, Spur, right? I never say never. 20 minutes left. We've been the better team, but I mean, you'd have to say in general, it's not been the greatest game of football from either team. Try and build something here. We've actually got a few Portuguese players now. Think about it. We've got Burrito. We've got João Mario. I feel like Burrito has now just got the name Burrito as in Mexican food, because why not? Dele Alli. Oh no, Benzema, Eric Dyer. What a win that is. We could still be in a spot of bother. We could still be in a panic. Donnarumma with an injury, with the gashed arm or leg. I can't remember where he gashed himself. He's got an injury. He's carrying a war wound. He makes the stop. He makes the save. We paid 70 million for Dele Alli. Right, Alexander-Arnold to Coutinho. Coutinho's got number 40 because he's not really a first-team player for us anymore, unfortunately. Kante! Kante, I can't believe it. I love it. First goal of the season for him. To think I was going to drop him. Take a bow, my son. João Mario, Dele Alli. Dele Alli with a back pass. Kante one effort. Doesn't quite work through. It falls back to him. Who was it who put in the ball then? It was Dele Alli again, actually. Lovely little goal. 1-0 up. We deserve it. I'm going to make another change here. I'm going to take off Asensio. He's been pretty poor. We're bringing Pulisic. And I think we'll also bring on Bogo Savac. And we'll bring him on for Dele Alli. Right. I want to be like, let's just hold on now. But I kind of want more goals. I feel like we should be winning this game by more than one goal. And, well, the hat might be coming on. The hat might be coming. Teo, however you want to say his name. He is a legendo. He's putting a good tackle. That was awful. Brito. Options in the middle. What a pass. Bogo Savac. Take a bow. That name does not run off the tongue. We need a nickname for him. I kind of want to call him the Bogeyman. He scores again. He scored on his debut in the Premier League on off the bench. He scored again on off the bench. Burrito, the Portuguese youngster. I thought he was going to shoot. It's a really intelligent drag back and a little, well, chipped first-time finish into that bottom corner. No real power. And the Bogeyman, he strikes again. Can we get another? Can we get three? I want it. Number 14. Look, he's on the pitch again. He's on the ball again. Pulisic. Cutting himself. Where are you going? Kante, hit that. Why not? Because you're going to pass it. That's why not. Bogey! He scored again. What is this man doing? Who is he? Bogo. Bogo, what are you doing? I mean, he scored again. Alexander-Arnold, lovely little header here. And look at him. In off the post. Lovely finish. He could get a hat-trick on off the bench. What a man. I mean, he's not going to get it, I don't think, unless there's another late goal here, which I just can't see happening. But he's made it happen for us today. Just call him Bogey. I mean, it's not a terrible nickname, is it? Do you call him Bogo or Bogey? Answers on a postcard. He needs a name. I'm very happy, boys. I feel like the nickname will come with time, but for now, an 8.5 rating. Did he get man of the match? He got man of the match. When did you actually come onto the pitch? I mean, it doesn't really say a lot for our team, does it, when he gets man of the match? He came on in the 78th minute. Go figure. He's a very good player, though. Really good, actually. Training him to play Regista. Because why not train him to play Regista, right? Oh, are you kidding me? Why? Why? What? I need a WTS thump. I need a crying emote face for moments like this. Oh, it's... I can't believe this. I can't believe this. RIP physicals, never forget. Never forget the old yellow physicals. They lasted for a while. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. It's all gone horribly wrong. I'm just a little bit upset, you know. Should probably just rest the players who are tired. Just only needs a rest. Where are we going here? What world are we clicked on there? But stop it. I just want to click through the players and rest them. Oh, that's really annoying, that injury. I guess he's prono to injuries. Spur eye. No, stop it. I can't handle these puns. This guy's going to be good. This guy's going to be good. I like him. In Serradal. He's actually considered, at least he was for a while, considered our key player. He is still considered our best kind of youngster. Which is interesting because he doesn't look that good compared to some of our players. Like, you look at the players playing in our youth team. Players like Luis Fabiano out on loan, he looks great. He wouldn't stand out, I feel like, as one of the best players. 1 week. Someone remind me on the 25th that we can offer Hyun Chan a work permit. Remind me, please. It's essential. Because I will forget. Am I going to get any of the new Liverpool kits? I think if I do, it'll be the home kit. I got the away kit this year, which is actually what I'm wearing now. Which I really like, but I'm not a massive fan of the green barcode kit. I think Jack Livingston, he's a face in the game, certainly, Ipswich Town FC. He's a face in the game. I don't know if he works at SI. He may well do, though. He is a face in the game, though, so there's a pretty good chance of it. Of course, we've got a lot of first-team players who were just playing in the under-23s. How are we getting on in the under-18s league? We're top. We're top. We are joint with Everton at the top, but we are top, and that's what matters. How's Glenn Ward getting on? He's loving it. Alright, Wolverhampton Wanderers. We've got Everton in the EFL Cup. That's not good. Not happy about that. I feel like we've really invested in the future of this squad. I don't actually expect us to really challenge for the league this year. I think I've talked about this before, but this year I don't really challenge for the league. But I've kind of got a squad now where I feel like, give it 2 or 3 seasons, like we are going to be in a position to just run away with the league for years, or hopefully years, you know, really a certain era of dominance. Anyway, we did of course rotate our team a little bit in that last game. I would like to slaughter Wolves here, I'm going to be completely honest. But I am going to do some rotation as well, knowing that we do have a midweek game coming up. So I'm going to give Alan Butler and Michael Keane the starts. I think we'll play Lisa at right back as well today. Really, really good player, this Romanian youngster. Probably would be, you know, as really good as a right winger, kind of going forward, but he kind of fits that full-back bill, and it's really difficult to kind of find good, complete wing-backs. I think we'll give Bogo a game as well. Could really use this as a rotation option. Give Andre Suarez a game as well. So these players should be capable of beating Wolves. I mean, watch us now screw it up, but this team should be capable of beating Wolves. I think we'll also give Benitez his debut. Really good player, this guy. Paraguayan, 20 years old. We signed him for, not cheap, a cheap amount, £26 million this year from Deportivo La Coruña, but I like the look of him, and I think he needs some game time, so this is a good game to maybe give him a chance to flex his legs. It is true, a few seasons ago I did say my squad was a young squad and we'd win it in a few years. Or in the next season. I don't know if I said that, but if I did, I'm wrong. But no, I feel like I've kind of gone back to the drawing board. We've got some really exciting regens who I'm trying to give first team football to, which is kind of coming maybe at the sacrifice of results at times. But a game like this, I do feel like the youngsters we've got should be capable of winning it. I mean, they're a really good set of kind of youngsters, and this is the kind of game where we can't afford just to rotate our team, I feel like. Alright, we'll see how we get on. Suarez making his debut today, as is the left winger Benitez, so interesting times there. Suarez! Oh, he could have scored on his debut. He's no Luis Suarez, misses the target. It's all gone wrong. Depay, they bought him back. United bought him back. They activated his buyback clause actually this summer for 35 million. Well, we've been on top so far, but one shot on target is not a great sign. We need to start finding the target. We need to start having some better efforts on goal. We got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League last year. That was kind of the aim anyway at the start of the year. We lost to Atletico Madrid, and they finished top of the Spanish kind of Liga BBVA the previous 2 seasons. So they have a good squad. I mean, we've been awful. Boys, show something else. Bogo's played awful as well. That's not a good sign. Dele Alli struggling maybe a little bit for fitness. João Mario as well. We've got a few players tiring. What song is this? This song is... It's called Supernova, and it's by Lazio. Or Laszlo. That is L-A-S-Z-L-O. I think is this the Linus Tech Tips song? I mean, this song, I should point out, I am using copyright-free music, of course. The music might be a little bit too loud. Let me turn it down just a smidge. But, yeah, the music we're using is just copyright-free stuff because Twitch likes to mute VODs. Bogo! I mean, he could be the goal-scoring centre midfielder of dreams. It's his 4th goal of the season. Take a bow. It's his first goal of the season when he started. I love it. I love it. Who do I main in Overwatch? So the hero I have the most hours on is actually Farah. I think that goes back to kind of Quake and just being used to projectile splash damage DPS. But I have, I think, 50 hours on her. The next size is like 20 hours on D.Va, but then everyone behind her is pretty kind of spread out. Like Lucio, I think, is my 3rd most played hero. Then I think it's Hanzo and Widow, actually. Right, can we score again? That's the question. Can we score again? Not with passes like that. Butler. Up to João Mario. Pulling the strings on deep. Bogo's there. What a ball that could have been. Could have been. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for us. Although, Lisa wins it. Dele Alli. Benitez. On his debut. Take a bow, my Paraguayan son. It's been coming. And Alcides Benitez. What a name that is. He gets his his first goal here. And he's working wonder. He's working wonders. That ball, and this is a really nice effort. One touch, bang, powerful effort, rifled into that bottom corner. Keeper, who actually coincidentally is our old goalkeeper Ward, who I actually sold this summer. Dele Alli back strain, that is not good. Asensio, get on the pitch. And then we'll give Klein some first team football as well. João Mario for Thiago Maia. Make a triple change now. True, he is no Edu Perez. God bless Edu Perez's soul. On loan at Gladbach. He's loving it. He's loving his time in Germany at the moment. Benitez, we want more. We want 4, really. We're not even going to get 3. Can we post links to our players in chat? I'd rather you guys didn't, just because I feel like if 1 or 2 people kind of post screenshots of their players in Twitch chat, everyone starts doing it. It's kind of the same problem as when you ask people to suggest signings, or 1 or 2 people suggest you search a certain player. You search that player and suddenly the precedent is set of, oh my gosh, let's all suggest players for Jack to search for. So, I mean, you can link stuff in the chat, but I'd rather you didn't. Anyway, Bogo scored. He's loving it. What am I planning on upgrading my computer to? So as I mentioned earlier, I'm going to be upgrading my PC soon. So at the moment, I mean, you can see my specs below the stream. It's an old PC. I built it about 4 years ago. About a month ago, I had the SSD fail on me, which was really annoying, as you can perhaps imagine, because I had to basically do a clean install, which was a pain. So with that kind of in mind, I kind of realised actually I should probably be upgrading my PC. You know, the graphics card is struggling to run the latest releases on the lowest settings anyway, so it kind of makes sense. So I have you know, a little bit of money squirreled away. You guys who have been donating on Twitch have been helping massively towards me being able to save up a little bit extra to push a few of the kind of extra parts, that little extra mile, which I do greatly appreciate. So I am actually looking at a 1080 graphics card. I'm looking at getting the new Corsair Vengeance. I think it's DDR5 RAM. And I'm probably going to get either 16 or 32 gigs of that. The reason for getting so much is obviously with rendering, we're doing videos, and I do use quite a lot of 3D software just for kind of personal little hobbies here and there. It's kind of in my interest to have, you know, lots of processing power and RAM. I'm looking at getting an Intel, obviously i7. At the moment, I'm on the quad-core 3770K, so it's like a really old processor, but I'm just probably going to look for one of the latest generations of those. But I'm kind of one of those people who just likes to upgrade my PC all at once. I know for some people they like to kind of gradually get the ball rolling and upgrade a little bit at a time, whereas for me, I just whack in all the good stuff and then kind of replace it all again. But it does mean with my current PC, I will just use it as a slave. Potentially I will do all my rendering on it, so I'll probably strip most of it out and see what I can salvage from my new PC, and I'll probably just either turn it into a bit of external storage that I can just use on my network, or just use it to render off. So when I kind of do videos normally, when I'm rendering, I can't really do a lot else. I've also been getting a weird issue lately where Sony Vegas doesn't really encode videos properly when I'm doing stuff in the background. It outputs the video kind of all kind of glitchy and distorted, which has been a bit of a pain. So that would be kind of a way to circumvent that. But yeah, I've not actually looked into the PC upgrade that much. I have a rough budget in my head. It's quite high. But yeah, as I said, I've been saving up my money for the last few months from work, from streaming, from YouTube, so I can reinvest it. But I'm quite looking forward to it. There's something always exciting, you know, about a new PC. I didn't mention Bogo actually got a second goal in that game. I was too busy talking about something else that probably wasn't that significant at the time. I have a few friends who are fairly tech savvy who I'll run my build by anyway, but I kind of know what I'm doing. I'll probably do my wiring better than I did it on my current PC, to be honest. My current PC's wiring. I've not really touched my PC that much in terms of the wiring, other than to replace the SSD a few months ago. My word, when I took the back panel off, there's just all the cables just rammed in. It's a bit like if you're a kid, you know, you have a closet in your room or a cupboard, or wardrobe, you stuff all your clothes in it, you know, and there's like when your parents are checking your room and it looks tidy. That was basically the back of my PC with all the wires. So I took off the back panel and it just all kind of flung out everywhere. Oh no, that's bad. That's bad. Fabiano's out for 5 to 6 weeks. He looks really good as well. We've got so many good, exciting youngsters. But unfortunately, 5 to 6 weeks out of a hernia is a bit of a pain as far as injuries go. I'm not sure what time I'm going to be shooting until Matty Howe. It probably won't be too late today. We've been going for about 50 minutes. But I have already streamed for about 7.5 hours today prior to today's kind of late night stream. So yeah, we won't be going super late tonight. But yeah, we're going to be going for a little while yet. Anyway, I'm trying to work out how I want to set up this team. It is a midweek game, so I do want to rotate it around, give some players some fresh legs. You can see the players with the lower condition here along the bottom are players who have been playing for the reserve team today, or just, you know, the other day, which is kind of good news because I do want those players to get first team football. Livingston's too tired to play though. Mbappe's fitness is a little bit of a concern. We could play Brito again, or we could play Pulisic. I think we'll play Pulisic. I don't really want to play Kante at centre attacking mid either. I'll play Zeka at left back just to give him a little bit of match kind of fitness and confidence, I think. I could also do the same with Alexander-Arnold at right back for Klein. It's kind of important that I rotate the team here just to keep everyone happy. Thinking. Am I happy with this team? I think I am. I kind of want to rotate the team, but I still want to play a strong team here. So we are, of course, taking on Everton. Merseyside derby. We're at home for it. It's the EFL Cup. Not a competition I necessarily play the strongest team in, but when we're taking on Everton, I'm playing my strongest, well, one of my strongest teams, certainly. I want to win this game. I want to, obviously, win this game for Merseyside. We want to paint it red, and that's what we're going to try and do. Bogo's match fitness is a little bit of a concern at the moment. I'm iPhone. I know that's going to be an unpopular option. Kind of dates back to when I used to have a Mac and when I was at university doing all my design stuff, because that is kind of my profession. I work in digital design, and yeah, so I had a Mac originally. I've got to be honest, I kind of have grown to detest Macs, but I kind of just stuck with an iPhone ever since because it's just what I've used. I have, I guess, not a dislike for Android devices. I appreciate people who want the flexibility, but it's not something I look for from a phone. And there's just so many kind of different apps and stuff that just generally, you know, they have their support issues with running on Android because there's so many different combinations of kind of hardware and versions, of course, of the actual OS that the devices are running on. That obviously not everything works flawlessly for it. And I mean, I worked on Football Manager Mobile for a while. The amount of Android phones that I had to work through for testing, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. I sold Sturridge in my first season. New nickname, Bogo. We just call him Bogo. Is that what we're going for? We do not have Sturridge. We sold him a while ago. I realise I've not updated my Twitch thing to say what year we're in now. It's 2020-21. How have we got this far in? I don't know. Update information. We've not lost yet this season in the league, which is good. We're going to win the league. This is our year, boys. I can feel it. Maybe. Hashtag Klopp in. Am I going to move clubs on the save? I don't know. I feel like for now I'm quite happy just managing Liverpool and seeing how we get on. I really want to see some of these younger players develop. I think I'd be more inclined to keep the save going and maybe just stream it less frequently and then maybe start another save on the side. I have been thinking long and hard about kind of getting a stream schedule going in terms of, you know, days I'd stream, etc. I think it would probably be like Tuesdays, Thursdays and Saturdays that I stream, and then there might be the occasional extra stream in between. I'm kind of conscious of the fact that very often I really get into streaming and I'll be streaming every day for like 10 hours, you know, around work or I do videos, and then I just kind of get burnt out quite quickly. Whereas I like kind of the idea of maybe kind of getting on a schedule. Maybe it'd be, you know, 3 streams of FM a week and maybe some other games in between. Particularly with my new PC that I'm going to be building in the next kind of, hopefully in the next few weeks, it might be the next few months in reality. You know, that'll open up the opportunity to stream a bit more variety in terms of games. But yeah, you know, stream schedule is something I'd like to get sorted. I'd like to take streaming a lot more seriously. Like, I really enjoy streaming. It's a lot more interactive than videos. It's, I don't know, it's a little bit easier to be a little bit more natural, I guess. You know, I can kind of be myself, let myself go, eat ice cream when it's all going terribly wrong, spin a fidget spinner when a penalty goes our way. And I don't know, I think it's a lot more of kind of a fun and kind of rewarding experience, I guess, to stream as opposed to doing videos. What a song this is, by the way. What a song this is. I don't know why this song is, like, in my head. We're going to win this game 1-0 as well. Okay, I take that back. There is actually time for a goal one way or another. Mario, from range. Why not? Coutinho. Klein. In the centre, there's options. I thought Bogey was going to get there. There's still time for them to score. Have I jinxed this game? I might have jinxed this game. The striker assistance actually something I started with. I was doing a Norwich save just for a bit of fun, and I started experimenting with it, and it absolutely ripped apart the championship. So I thought I'd try it out. If it would work, right? Relax, relax. It's fine. This is fine. Let's take off, bring on Keane. I'm going to take off, what am I going to do here? We'll play Asensio out on the left. No, we won't. Well, no, we'll do that. We'll bring off Pulisic. Who do I think will win the Prem next year? See, people keep asking this, and I keep giving the same answer, so I apologise if you've been watching the stream a lot. People keep asking me, Jack, who's going to win the Championship? Who's going to get relegated from the Prem? Who's going to win the Prem? The date currently is the 10th of June. There is like another 2 months until the season starts, and almost 3 months until the transfer window closes. The squads that teams have now probably aren't going to be the same squads they have kind of come the start of the season. So to kind of try and predict, it just feels a bit silly. I want to enjoy the transfer sagas and look at who's amassed the best squad, you know, come the first game week and then make a call. I think we're going to win this 1-0. It's not been the most convincing of games, I'm going to be completely honest, but we get the win at Anfield. It's against Everton. I will take that. It is technically the 11th now because it has just gone past midnight. I'll give it to you. What are my thoughts on Lindelof? I assume that's who you mean by the new centre-back United signing. To be honest, I don't know that much about him in terms of how, in terms of how well he's played. I know in Portugal he was very, very highly rated, so I expect him to be a very good player. But it could be a bit of a step up for him, so we'll see. But yeah, I haven't seen him. I'm not going to be one of these people who kind of makes the armchair decision and goes, yeah, he's one of the best players that they could have signed. Because honestly, not watched that many games where he's played the full, you know, where I've watched the match from start to finish just watching his performance. Do you know much about FM18? I know that it's coming this year. That is all I know. I literally know nothing of FM18. When's the next for the fans? I believe we're trying to get a few specials sorted for over the summer, kind of quiz specials over the summer. But I don't think we have a date for them yet. But if you don't know, guys, we have a podcast that I do with Dr. Benji. There's a few of our friends. Proudy joins us. Kino joins us. It's a football podcast. I recommend you check it out. It's on iTunes. It's called For the Fans Show. You can find it there. You can also find it on YouTube as well. It's usually a bit of a laugh. Most people tune in for the feature. If you want to listen to us argue about various footballing points as well, it's usually a good listen. I'm sure there'll be a few people who go, it's terrible, in the chat. I enjoy it. You'll enjoy it too. Right. We do need to do something here, guys. We need to do something here. I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to spin the fidget spinner as we apply for a work permit. Oh, right. I've bottled it. Right. Just keep spinning fidget spinner. Apply for the work permit. We've got to continue. The fidget spinner must still be spinning, and it will be granted. This is how work permits work, you know. Right, the work permit decision date's been made. Look, we have to get to the date. We need to know if the work permit's happening or not before the spinner stops. This is essential. Zeka withdraws, accept. When's the work permit decision? The 25th. It's today. It's Skip. Come on, give him the work permit. Let him play. Yes. See, it worked. It worked. I'm a genius. He's got his work permit. Well, we might recall him in January. We'll see how he gets on. He's actually got a goal already in Liga, which is good. His average ratings haven't been that great for Saint Etienne. But at least he's playing for them. Do I like the new Gorillaz album? I've got to be honest, I'm not a massive fan of Humans. There's not many of those songs which I think are going to be instant classics. I was actually talking with a co-worker about this the other day about how good Demon Days was as an album. Like, you look at Demon Days, one of Gorillaz' very early albums. I don't know, there's like 5 or 6 songs that I think most people would be able to recognise the songs. It's such a good album. There's so many kind of songs there that are just instantly recognisable. Anyway, we have got a little bit of a situation here due to the fact that our players are tired and I probably should have rested them and I'm an idiot. But with that in mind, we'll make some rotation options, I think, see what we can do. It does mean Alan Butler might play for us alongside Keane. Because we have got, the thing is as well, we've got the Champions League game coming up. Dele Alli's injured. What's the injury? Okay, it's not serious. Panic over, everyone. Who will play Coutinho down the middle for this game? Not until Bosch is back. 10 days to 2 weeks. We'll put Benitez on the bench. He got a goal last game he played. I don't really have an opinion on Paramore's new album. I missed out on tickets to go see the Gorillaz live at Brighton. I was upset about that. Bogo's okay, but his match fitness is a concern, but then Pulisic is a concern too. I guess we start Brito. I mean, do we play Bogo as the attacking midfielder? I mean, he can do it. He only has 9 finishing, but he scores goals for fun. I think we'll play that. We've got options on the bench. Probably rest a few of these players. Champions League on the horizon. We are playing Midtjylland. We did lose against Southampton last time we played them. You may remember it was a 1-0 game at the end of last season. They scored a wonder strike. I'm hoping we can step it up. Right, what can happen today? Bogo, I'm expecting a massive performance from you, my friend. He's got number 14 on. That's the number I used to wear. Have I ever found a good Chinese regen? FM14 beta. I did a Wolverhampton Wanderers save, which I streamed, and I literally streamed it for probably like 14 hours a day because I was an idiot and I was a student and I had 0 life responsibilities. I had a goalkeeper called, I think it was like Liming Jai. What was his name? Jai Ming was his last name. I think it was like Ling Jai Min. We called him the Great Wall, and he was like the best goalkeeper in the world. He was absolutely insane. Like, his polygon for shot stopping was like at the top, you know, like Messi and Ronaldo-esque. Like, he was unbelievable. Anyway, Brito. Go on, Burrito. Oh, I thought he was going to get a great finish. Unfortunately, dispossessed. Oh, we had Zeus as well from the first Pentagon Challenge. Yeah. Oh, my God. Burrito, what have you just done? I need to sit on my foot to calm down. Right, what has he just done? What has he just done? That was insane. What was that? One touch, bang, left peg, off the... Oh, when it hits the woodwork and goes in, plus 10 to style points. Top bins. Top bins. Daniel Burrito, he's loving it. The Burrito is having a party. I'm very happy, boys. I'm very happy. What's your favourite burrito? Are you a chicken burrito, a beef burrito, a pork burrito? Is it spicy? Do you like a sweeter burrito? Let me know. Do you have jalapenos in your burrito? Do you crush up some nachos and put them in the... How do you like your burrito? If you don't have burritos, I don't know what to tell you. It's literally the best food in the world. Right, we're 1-0 up. They've not had a shot on target yet. Mario, we kind of need to stay fit for the next game. I think we'll bring him Benitez for Bogo. He's not the greatest of games. And we'll also take off Asensio. Get some fresh legs. Allergic to chili. I mean, I feel bad. Beef burrito, spicy as possible. Never had a burrito. Like, sorry. Find your nearest burrito place now. I don't know where you live. There must be somewhere that does burritos. If not, you can make your own. They're easy. Mbappe. Can we get another? Alexander-Arnold! He hits the woodwork. He hits the woodwork. You had your first ever burrito this week, Spur, right? How was it? How was it? I love burritos. A burrito. Oh my, it's like a wrap. A wrap. You get some rice. You get, you know, some. You can have whatever you want. Mexican chicken. You know, do like a chili con carne-esque concoction. Stick it in there with the rice. You get some nachos. You crumple them up in your hand. Sprinkle them in. Lather it up with some extra sauces and stuff. Bind it up tight. Stick it on a frying pan with a bit of what do you call it? With a bit of cheese on the frying pan itself. That'll bind it shut. It's gorgeous. It's not as good as homemade burgers though. Homemade burgers are the shit. We won that game 1-0. We're top of the league, boys. We're 4 points clear. This is our year. I'm calling it. I'm making the stand. This is our year. I'm calling it. You want an improved offer? Mario, what's up? I was too harsh. Right, Donnarumma, have a word with him, please, for me. He's dropped it. Donnarumma is now our little henchman. Arnold, sack your agent, mate. He's a dickhead. Thank you. It's a little bit harsh on the Invisible Man. Burrito, man on the mat. Let's nickname him. Daniel Burrito. There we go. The Burrito. I kind of now want to make a burrito that's like with Portuguese styled like meat. Jack, you know what Liverpool fans say when they say it's this is our year? I'm not gonna let it slip, don't you worry. The hat's waiting. The hat is staring at me. It's all gonna go wrong. Cooking with worthless space. Can you imagine? My kitchen's awful for like cooking in, I'll be honest. Just Donnarumma's leadership gone up more because I decided I wanted to make him captain, so I started training him in it. 16.4. It's almost at 17. He's going to be a god. The fact he's only 21. He's like our captain for the next however many years. His contract runs out in 2 years' time. That's a concern. He's going to want a big wage rise, isn't he? No, let's brace ourselves. He's going to want like to be our highest earner. That is the problem here. I'm kind of willing to make him our highest earner, but I'd rather not. But I need the optional contract extension as well, mate. That needs to be in there. Optional. I need to have it so I can have him on an 8-year contract. 160k. That's fair. 160k is fair. 160k. I'm giving you a lot in bonuses as well, mate. I said 160. Thank you. I forgot to put in the optional extension clause. I'm an idiot. 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 I mean, it's a 5-year contract. It's fine. But I am an idiot. I probably could have got that lower. That's what she said. I mean, it's a 5-year deal. He's only got a year and a half left on his contract. We need to do it. Cristiano Ramos. I mean, he reminds me of a certain Cristiano fella. We can always give him a contract extension later. Apparently we need to respect Ba. Abar. Has anyone heard the joke about Abdullahi who walked into a bar? It's a good joke. Funny. It's not funny. Oh, let's continue. Let's continue. Were there any other players I applied for work permits for that didn't get them before? Ronnie didn't get one before. Was Marcus Enrique? I feel like I applied for one later. Okay, 8 days. Remind me. Remind me. Interado's 6 days. It was a great joke. I don't know what you guys are on about. You're all haters. Man City are in 9th. It's not great for them. Give Ronnie a work permit. He got a work permit. Oh my god, I'm actually surprised. That 10 jumping reach. Ronnie, learn to jump, please. Please learn to jump, Ronnie. Then you could be an insane centre-back. I read it far too much. Can I recommend a fun team to start save with? Boston United. Boston United. Best I can offer. Right, so if we pick our best 11, this is the best 11 I designated at the start of the season. We have got a few injuries to work around. Benitez comes onto the bench. I'm going to put Suarez on the bench as well. Good centre mid option. Although we do have quite a few centre mid options. Although Livingston's fitness is a bit of a problem. Bogo, I guess, can play. Yeah, we'll go with that. We've got options. We've got options. It's a bit annoying that Dele Alli's still out injured. Have I ever considered being a stand-up comedian? I have, many a time. I don't know what else to tell you. I have. I wished it wasn't a joke, but okay, it was a joke. I'll be honest, that was a joke. I haven't. I know I'm not funny. My parents really didn't get it. You know, I told them I want to be a star on Broadway. You know, I want to be the star of the show. They told me you don't have a face for TV. You've not got the voice for radio, so Start a YouTube channel. Best of both, innit? I expect us to hammer Midtjylland here. I'm a little bit concerned we won't, but I'm going to set my expectations high and hope that we can match them. Asensio's off to a great start. Third goal of the season, 12 minutes gone. It's all going fine. So, this is fine. This is fine. The hat might not be worn on today's stream. I'm calling it. I believe we're not bottling any matches today. It's all going to be perfect. Sunshine and rainbows. Let's get another. Why not? Kante, hit that. Oh, he's hit the woodwork. Rebound can't be found. Bastoni was offside. It's not good enough. I don't want to call unbeaten season, but this is our year. This is our year. Unbeaten season. We're going to win every game. We're going to win everything, boys. It's going to happen. I believe. This hat's just, it's got something nice about this hat. If you don't know, you can buy these hats online. I don't think I mention it really that often. But yeah, Football Manager have a merch store now. So if you've sat there going, I really want a Ram Deuter hat like Jack. I've rotated that the wrong way, granted. I could never work on one of those telly sale channels. I wouldn't be very good at that. But you can get one of these Ram Deuter hats. They have sweeper keeper hats as well. They've got some shirts and some other stuff too, including Football Manager mugs. So if you want a Football Manager mug, options. They haven't actually paid me to say that. They just gave me the hat. They were like, wear this when you lose games. I think they thought it would get more usage than it's getting this season. Asensio, Mbappe, what a goal that is. I love it. I actually love it. Hamilton's in pole, then it's Vettel, then I believe it's Bottas and Raikkonen, followed by the Red Bulls on the third row of the grid. This is the Champions League. I don't have a discount code. I'm going to ask them for a discount code. I'm going to lay down the law. 3-0. Loving it. Loving it. We don't need the hat. We don't... The hat, I almost want to throw over my shoulder, but I know I'll regret it later when I have to go and bend down and pick it up on stream. I'm far from pleased. Look at that. He's loving it. N'Golo Kante's not. You played well. You played well. He's not happy about that. He's on a booking. Let's take him off. Let's bring on Bogey. Or Bogo. Last season we finished third. It wasn't ideal. I thought the England game was a bit shit until like the last 5 minutes where it got really entertaining for the neutral. I thought Scotland defended well and worked hard. I thought they deserved at least a point. And I thought England were relatively underwhelming going forward and failed to take the chances that came their way. But it wasn't exactly a classic football match. Coutinho number 40, why? Because he's now a reserve player and I wanted him to know it. So I said, Coutinho, look mate, I'm giving you a new number, 30. He might be sent off here. That looked like a naughty tackle in 2D. Hashtag naughty 2D tackle. I mean, I've got a hat for you, Mr. American Messi. What a dickhead. Right, well I guess we'll play with 2 strikers now instead of our normal system and see how we get on. Bring on Danny Burrito for Coutinho. Burrito and Mbappe up top. American Messi. Overhyped Americans. So many of them in football. I'm joking. It's okay, Freddie Adu. I didn't mean that at you. I mean, we could lose this now. Hopefully we don't, but we could lose it. It's an option now. Can we defend? That's the question. I mean, we can. That's the answer. Can we break? That's the next question. No. No, we can't. Danny Burrito, Can he score? Oh my god, he skinned everyone. It would have been an insane goal. It would have been an insane goal. Thoughts on Saudi Arabia not participating in the moment silence coming from an Australian? I mean, it's a bit of a shitty thing to do, isn't it? I feel like there's a general consensus that if you in a foreign country, I want to say you respect kind of their ideologies, what their kind of requests. For example, I wouldn't go to, I'm trying to think of what I'd do in Saudi Arabia that would be really outrageous. Say, get drunk in public in the middle of the day. I know this is a weird example to give, but my point is that if you're, I don't think you should be forced to participate in the minute silence in terms of, you know, tie people up. But I feel like at the same time, it's kind of just a reasonable thing to do as a human being to respect the requests of others. It's kind of like James McLean with the whole thing about not wearing a poppy. Like, fair enough, you don't want to wear a poppy. I mean, he still lined up at the end of the day with the rest of the players and kind of did the rest of the thing. I guess it was the fact that he were kicking around balls and stuff as well. I mean, I've not seen a video of the instance. I believe they were kicking around balls and there was kind of chanting coming from a select group of their fans. It's just a bit of disrespect, isn't it? But then at the end of the day, you can't really force people to have respect, and people do have different cultures. I don't know how I feel about it, you know. The more I think about it, the more it doesn't really annoy me, because I feel like they can do what they want. I mean, I think it's a bit shitty, don't get me wrong. But I feel like it's almost equally as bad to try and force them to care. Maybe I'm out of touch. What do you guys think? Like, I don't know. If you don't know what happened, basically Australia v Saudi Arabia was a football match going on. I've just pissed off all the players with a team talk. And the Saudis didn't want to get involved in the minute silence. At least Asensio played well. I hope no one gets mad about my team talks, because I've been a bit nasty this stream when it comes to team talks. This is actually a big game for us against City, because they won the Champions League last year. Apparently our record gate receipts was against Midtjylland. That's because the stadium got expanded, if you can remember. Suarez out there reckoning for the first team. That's a concern. Coutinho called up. Benitez called up. Choi back in the South Korea national team. That's good to see. It's a really interesting kind of situation, I think, with the Saudi Arabia team, because I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of one of those things where you can't force people to care, and I mean, you can have them just pretend that they care, and they really don't. Hey, Hilty Brandt, how you doing, dude? How are you on this fine? I mean, I assume it's morning for you. If it's not, and you're like in the States and it's like the middle of the afternoon, I wish I was where you live right now. I wish my days were longer. Can we make that a thing? Oh, I got manager of the month, boys. Where's the trophy? And Moiskin got player of the month again for the under 19s player of the month, but he's 20 still. I don't understand. I don't understand Italy. Hashtag make days longer. We can do that. We have the technology. Maya wants to discuss lack of first team football. João Mario is playing too well. Part of me is tempted to sell Maya. I'll be completely honest with you. Part of me is tempted to sell Maya. But we kind of need him. It's just strength and depth. But it might open up the opportunities for Andre Suarez to play. And is that worth it? I mean, they're kind of different players, crucially. Are you aware of the work that the Lord Buckethead? I love Lord Buckethead. If I lived in Maidenhead, he'd have my vote every day of the week. If the same thing happened in Saudi Arabia, would we have a minute silence here? Probably not a Atomic Ghost, but the thing is that a minute silence was happening in Australia, which of course is part of the Commonwealth, which is why they were having the minute silence. And I'd like to think that if, I don't know, if England were playing a friendly in Saudi Arabia and a terrorist attack happened in Saudi Arabia, that the players would not decline the opportunity to just stand in a circle. Whether or not they care about the minute silence or not, they'd just stand there and do it anyway. I don't think it's that much to ask for. I'm aware of why McLean doesn't wear the poppy, by the way. It's an interesting situation, though. I've not looked that much into it since it happened, so... Right, this is a big game for us. This is a really big game for us. Bastoni's not match fit either, so he's going to have to be dropped. Alan Butler, you're on the bench. Do I want to change things up? Do I play Bogo? I mean, he's been in form. They're in really good form. 5 goals already this season. I mean, he's our top goal scorer along with Asensio. I'll play them this way round, I think. We'll see how we get on. Well, space, where is the weirdest country you found a really good regen? Probably Mozambique. I had a player called Lorenko. He was really good. Right. A big game for us today. I don't really look at City's side. Let's just have a quick look. So City's side, they've got Jan Oblak in goal. They've got Lindelof, John Stones, Otamendi, Guerrero. Is it Guerrero? Then they've got Henderson, Diawara, Gundogan, Gabriel Jesus, Griezmann, and they've got Alexis Sanchez. Okay, well they've got Alexis Sanchez. Oh, that's a little bit scary. We're going to have to play well today. I mean, they've struggled for form earlier on this season, so I expect us to try and have a good go at them, especially at home. But this is not going to be easy, especially if we put through balls like that straight to them. Well played, Bogo. Mbappe. Bogo, you babe. What a win. Asensio, go on. You can sweat it to your teammate, or you can just kick it straight at Jan Oblak. Why would you do this? Why would you do this, Asensio? Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold, Pulisic. Mbappe, Asensio, thank you, my son. Let's go. 1-0 up. We need to win this game. This is a big game for us. Donnarumma's doing pretty well for us. He's our club captain, 21 years old, just signed a new contract for another 5 years. I like him. FM Scout, what's going on, dude? Right, 30 minutes gone. We're 1-0 up. We're loving it. We're having a little party here. Mbappe. I mean, he's failed there. Can he press Otamendi for a mistake? He can't. The unbeaten season is still on. It could still happen. I mean, I've probably jinxed it now for this game. I've definitely jinxed it for this game. Griezmann. I mean, it's a draw. It's still unbeaten. We won't win every game this season. The stadium expansion did take place. You might want to look at Norwich, Luke. They have some good wingers. They've got Jacob and Josh Murphy. You can play on the wings. So if you're looking for a team like Derby but with talented wingers, they're not bad. 2 young players as well and English. I mean, that's not ideal, is it? 2 shots on target, 2 goals for City. Griezmann scores. I can't help but feel like having Griezmann and Alexis Sanchez in the same team should be illegal. That's my thoughts on it. I don't know if you guys have different thoughts. Hey, Luco Johnson, what's going on, dude? Tell the club, where's the passion, boys? Where is the passion? Pulisic, get off the pitch. Get out of my face. Daniel Burrito, get on. The burrito is coming out. I mean, they've had 2 shots on target. They've scored them both. I want to blame Donnarumma, but they were not the easiest saves to make, to be fair to him. Hopefully we can have a good start here. And so this is the pointless half-time highlight. I don't know why I'm even getting remotely excited. Nothing ever happens from these highlights. I say this line hoping that something will actually happen from the highlight to make me look like an idiot. It might happen. It has happened. I look like an idiot. I don't care. It's 2-2. N'Golo Kante, I love you. See you later, Aluski. Thank you for watching, dude. Thank you for subbing as well. I do greatly appreciate it. I love it. Clinical finishing today. Clinical finishing. Mbappe, 2 assists. Alexander-Arnold and Keane not having the greatest games at the back. I think I might take off João Mario and bring in Andre Suarez. We need more creativity in the deeper areas. And I think he's the man to bring it to us, Andre Suarez, the Colombian. Wearing the number 27. Remember the name. Suarez is back at Liverpool. I mean, it's not the Suarez, but we can pretend. Burrito, Asensio, you're through. Finish that. What are you doing? What are you doing? It was a sitter. I mean, it wasn't a sitter, but he should have hit the target. I tend to just load the nations of the major European and South American leagues. Gio, when I play. 2-2 wouldn't be a bad result. 2-2 wouldn't be a bad result. I still feel like there's time. Let's bring in Coutinho. There might be time. Cancel the pending change. Something's going to happen. Teo, Keane, Suarez, Kante, Asensio, Kante. Bogey! Oh, he's hit the crossbar! Bogo with the effort. He hits the crossbar with it. My head is in my hands. We could have won it all. And instead, we were in nothing. Oh, there's still okay, I was about to say there's still time. There's no time. 2-2. We'll take it. We'll take it. It could have been a worse game. It could have been a better game. What should I do about my 4-4-2 issue? Recommendations? What was your problem? Sorry, I missed it. I'm struggling to make a 4-4-2 work. Though as the gap between the strikers and midfield 4 is too big, therefore the balls are going too long. You could play a higher line. That will push kind of the gap between your kind of positions kind of closer. You can maybe look to have one of your centre mids even push further forward whilst the other holds, or maybe play a deep line forward on support. The other option would be to maybe play a 4-4-1-1. Play one of the strikers as a centre attacking mid if you're not fully committed to the 4-4-2. I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say his passing was good. See you later, guys. Thanks to everyone who's tuning in. I do appreciate for the majority of you guys in Europe. It is pretty late right now. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you've been enjoying the stream. Of course, if it's your first time here, you're enjoying what you're watching, hit the follow button. You get notified whenever we go live. It's greatly appreciated. And if you're really enjoying the stream, if you want some extra emotes and stuff, you can also subscribe. You can subscribe with Twitch Prime if you're an Amazon Prime user. You can link up your Twitch account. You get a free subscription every single month. It's greatly appreciated if you do subscribe, of course. Although it's not expected in any way, but it does help support me and Twitch as a platform. And it does let me know that you guys are enjoying the content. Hey, Will99FM, how are you doing today? Right, Arsenal, if you could bottle it here, please. That would be useful for me. Please, can you bottle it, Arsenal? They can't bottle it. They win 2-1. They almost screwed up. Besic was sent off. Middlesbrough almost got something from the game, to be fair. So, right, how do we look in terms of the league table? We are on 19 points. Arsenal are also unbeaten. They're 2 points behind us. Chelsea in 13th. 13th for Chelsea. 3 defeats in 7 games. Man City's struggling as well. Could be an interesting season. So I think we might play War. Actually, I'm thinking about it now. I might end the stream here, guys. We've been going for an hour and a half. I did stream for 7 hours earlier. It's an international break, so it's going to be a while until the next game. I kind of would like to get some sleep, but I would like to say again, thank you to everyone who's been watching. I apologise for the fact I'm kind of just ending quite abruptly here. I was just going to play one more game, but it's an international break, so I shan't do that. In terms of when we'll be back, it'll probably be for the Arsenal game. I might play a few games off stream. But yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying the stream today. It was good fun, especially if you were here for the earlier streams. As you can see, we've had a really good start to the season. Hopefully we can keep it going. I do apologise to you guys who are hoping for a slightly longer stream. I'll tell you what we shall do though. We've got 133 people here. Let's go and make somebody's night. Let's go and make, you know, let's give someone a little bit of a fun evening, shall we? Let's go and do a raid. Let's go and see who we can, I don't know, jump on and ruin. I'll tell you who we'll go raid. We'll raid someone who I hadn't heard of previously. But I caught him streaming before and he was really, really good. And we did a raid to him before. It's Pepples. I'll link his chat. Please go visit him. He's a really interesting bloke. Really good at answering questions. He loves talking about his lower league football as well. Big Argyle fan. I recommend you check it out. And yeah, let's go show him some love. Give him a raid. I will see you guys tomorrow. Probably. If not, we'll be back at some point early next week. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. And I'll talk to you in a bit.